Coach, another 2-0 weekend. Started off Thursday, thrilling 5-set win over Wayne State. Came back down 2-0 to reverse sweep them, and then on Saturday came back home to sweep Roosevelt. Talk a little bit about both of those wins.
Yeah, great win against Wayne State. Not the hole you want to dig yourself into. I thought we played fairly well for the first few points of that first set, but just never found any flow or control to what we were doing, and gave a lot of confidence to Wayne State. I thought they played exceptionally well. I thought their middle Kayla had a great match against us. I think their speed was causing us some issues with our blocking and defense. But once you give them confidence and the serving picks up, their offense picked up, they were in system more often. As I told the kids afterwards, I thought their resiliency was really good after the match. I mean, being able to push back, you dig yourself an 0-2 hole, being able to come out, get the passing under control, take advantage of the serving, get the offense running a little bit better. At no point did I feel like we were in control of the match, but I felt like once we settled in the third set, we were in a good place. And obviously just a great win from that standpoint. You fast forward to the Saturday match against Roosevelt, and I think they're in a really tough spot this year. Every time they play, that's the only match per se of the weekend that other teams are gearing up for. And so, they played a really longer match at Wayne State on Friday night. I think when I talked to their coach, they didn't get in until about 1 a.m. into Grand Rapids. And so you turn around and we're coming off an off day. I think it's a really difficult match for them to play. First year into the conference, they've got obviously some work to do as far as, learning what it's like to be in the conference. But I thought our kids handled it really well. Obviously the scores were a little lopsided, but I felt like our kids stayed focused on what we were trying to do throughout the day.
In Thursday's win, Jordan Gates recorded her 33rd triple-double of her career, set a new NCAA record. How has she just been so effective this year with her changing role, kind of going more into a setting role? But last year she was doing some more attacking.
Yeah, it's just been kind of the growth of our team. I mean, last year we lose a fifth-year starting setter that was very comfortable setting Jordan and understanding what she needed, into a situation where we have a freshman and a junior, and the junior hasn't set for us, in her first 2 years being here. And so it's been a little bit more work in progress. We would have liked to see things progress a little bit more, but it's taken time. And so with that, we've flipped Jordan into, the starting setting position a little bit more often, putting her into that role just to kind of calm things down a little bit more. But, she's still doing a lot of the same stuff. I mean, obviously leading our team with some kills, the setting, the defense, the serving has been exceptional this year, but it's more about just her leadership at this point and how she can get our team back under control.
One of those setters, Megan O'Sullivan, also had a triple-double on Thursday, the first of her career. And then Brianna Stosky is going to be named GLIAC Defensive Player of the Week. What can you say about the growth from those two from last year coming into this year?
Yeah, Brianna was basically a first-year player last year, and she's kind of taken the role this year, and it's been not easy for them. We've got 3 middles right now that are really fighting for a lot of playing time, and I think very exceptional as far as players go. But Brianna has kind of settled herself into what she's doing. I think her blocking has been fantastic, and then it's the connection with her setters. It's, again, still a work in progress, but I like what she's been doing from that standpoint. And then for Megan, it has been, offensively it's been carrying her, but it's been what she's done for us for the last 2 years. The new part of it, kind of filling that same role that Jordan does, where she has to set out of the back row, is not easy, and it's taken time for her to realize the energy that it takes, the communication, the different mindset, being a setter to an attacker, being able to handle all of those, as Jordan makes it look easy at times, is not an easy thing to do.
And then the team is on a 5-game win streak right now. What has been the key to kind of spark that run?
I don't know. It's just been a consistent growth from our group. I think it's different people every night. I think it's the strength of our team is that we do have depth, and it's not just one person that's leading everything we're doing. But I think it's just been that consistent decision that, hey, we're going to keep growing. We're going to keep finding ways to get better. We come into 4 weeks now of really crucial matches in our season. It's been a great start, but it's kind of the first third, if you will, of the season. And this next 4-week run really will determine kind of where we're at when we come on the backside of it, not only in the conference, but I think in the region from that standpoint.
And starting that run, you go out of state to Parkside Friday, Purdue Northwest on Saturday. Both of those are usually pretty tough places to play. What does the team need to do to kind of just stay focused and get wins in those 2 games?
Yeah, I'm hoping we learn a little bit of a lesson from our match at Wayne State, that, it's going to be the same kind of environment where we walk into at Parkside, where you've got to get on the floor and you've got to play after a long day of either being at a hotel or traveling in. And yeah, they've never been an easy place to play. Ultimately, it comes down to your ball control, whether it's your serving, your first ball contact and serve receiver defense, and then how can we transition and get our offense rolling a little bit better. And then Purdue, it's the same thing. I mean, environment, the team plays incredibly hard. Serve-wise, they put you under a lot of pressure, and so it comes down to how we're going to manage those things. And I say it all the time. It's kind of a the vanilla answer, but it really does come down to the pass and serve game. And if we're in system and we can run the offense we want to run, it's going to be very difficult for a team to beat us. But when our passing breaks down and we get into trouble where we can't do what we want, that's when we become a little more vulnerable.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you.